So in today's lesson, we're going to be taking a look at seventh chords. Now, what seventh chords are, they're used a lot in blues music. And what seventh chord basically is a chord that has a combination of both a major third and a minor seventh, which gives it that sort of bluesy sort of sound to it. So the first one we're going to look at is an A7. So you take the A major chord that we've learnt, then you're going to take one note out with your second finger. You're going to take your finger off of the G string and just let the G string ring out, and that's an A7. The next one we're going to have a look at is a B7. So you take your first finger and from the A string you bar all across the second fret, and then your third finger goes on the fourth fret of the D string, and then your pinky goes on the fourth fret of the B string, and once again with your first finger barring across the second fret, not playing the low E string. So it's literally just a B major chord, but with a minor seventh. Gives it that bluesy sound. The next one is a C7. So you take your C major shape, and then with your pinky you put it on the third fret of the G string. That's the minor seventh. And the next one we're going to take a look at is a D7. So with this one, you have your first finger on the first fret of the B string. Then you have your second finger on the second fret of the G string. And then you have your third finger on the second fret of the high E string. And you can let all notes ring out except for the low E string. Next one is an E7. So you take an E major chord, and then with your pinky you add it to the third fret of the B string and let all the notes ring out. And this next one, an F7, which is a bit tricky to play. So with your first finger you bar it on the first fret. That's where the tricky part comes in. So your second finger goes on the second fret of the G string. Then your third finger goes on the third fret of the A string. And then your fourth finger stretches to the fourth fret of the B string, and then you just let all the notes ring out. And the last one is a G7. So your first finger goes on the first fret of the high E. Then your second finger goes on the second fret of the A string. And your third finger goes on the third fret of the low E string, and you play all the notes. So altogether there's an A7, B7, C7, D7, E7, F7, and a G7.